Today we are going to start our chapter probability for class 10th. As we have studied about the probability in previous classes, so let's revise it. Now consider the situations where we find for chances. Every time we are saying that it may be rain, it is chance for winning the game 50%, like this. So take the example, it is one player or team will win the game. It may rain of snow. How it someone will win lottery, or a baseball player to hit the baseball. In all these situations, we see the chance of winning the game or lottery, hitting the baseball, and snow or rain will come. All are the experiments, or we can say event. All we can calculate numerically that what is the chances to win the game or win the lottery or hitting the baseball. So the numerical calculation we can done by using the probability. So here when we talking rolling a dice, so rolling of a die is an experiment. And if we talk about when we roll a dice and get 14, so getting 14 is an event, where as we know that on a die there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 numbers can appear, not 14. So here this event getting 14 is known as impossible event. Similarly, when we toss a coin for winning a game or lottery or batting first in cricket also, so here head and tail, two will come up, any one of them. So on tossing a coin we get head or tail. There are equal chances to come both head and tail. So it is equally likely event, or we can say these two outcomes, head and tail, are coming, though these two are known as equally likely outcomes. Now we are talking about the outcomes. Outcomes are nothing but the results of the experiment. Similarly, in this example, when here we are seeing the sun will rise. So as we know that if I am saying the sun rises in the east, so it is sure. So event is known as sure event. Now as we are talking about the experiment, so in the physics, chemistry, in subjects we do the experiments and we know the result of the experiment, what will happen if this chemical or gases will use with the another chemical. So here we are talking about the random experiment. It is an experiment or a process for which we cannot predict the outcomes, or we can say it is a process for which the outcomes cannot be predicted with certainty. The meaning of certainty is like this. Here when we throw a dice, when we throw a coin, in these two examples we have, in case of dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, any one number can come up among 1 to 6 numbers. Similarly, in this coin, when we toss the coin, head or tail, anyone can come up. We are not sure that head will definitely come, or in dice case 6 will appear. So these are the random experiment. So we can say the random experiment is an experiment where the results we cannot predict. These experiments are known as random experiment. Now the results of experiment, all the results in the case of dice 1, 2, 6 numbers are appear. So these numbers that are the results known as outcomes. Tossing a coin, we get two outcomes, head and tail. Throwing a dice, we get outcome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Any one number we can get. All these possible results for an experiment are also known as outcomes. We can say outcomes or results. Both are the same thing. Now when we denote these outcomes inside of the curly bracket like this. So this notation of writing all the possible events inside the curly bracket, then it is known as sample space. So the sample space is what? It is of a random experiment. It is the set of all possible outcomes. So we can say the sample space denoted by S. Sample space of a random experiment is the set of all possible outcomes. Whatever the possible outcomes for any experiment, if we are write all the outcomes inside of the curly bracket, that is known as the sample space. So within the curly brackets we denote all the possible results, or we can say all the possible outcomes. Now when we talk about the number of outcomes, so it is denoted as number of sample space. So n of S, number of sample space, that is 1 to 6, and number of sample space in case of coin, head and tail. Now in all the previous slides we are talking about the event. So there are some types of events. As we know that an event is an outcome of a trial meeting a specified set of conditions, or we can say event is a subset of a sample space. That means event in the case of coin, coming up head is an event. So this head, when we are writing the sample space as inside of the curly bracket H and S, so only we are talking about coming up head. So head is, it is the subset of a sample space. Events are usually denoted by capital letters. There are different types of events, as we know that null or impossible events, that is an event which contain no outcomes. Okay. Similarly, an elementary event is event where we have only one outcome. Or next is composite event, is an event which contains two or more outcomes. For example, we can say the possible outcomes of all three coins tossed together. When we are tossed three coins together, so all the possible outcomes of tossing three coins together is the composite event. Sure event, or we can say certain event, is an event which contains all the outcomes of a sample space. That means a sure event is an event which always happens, as we seen in the first slide that sun rises in the east. That is the sure event that will happen. It is sure to obtain a number between 1 and 6 when we rolling an ordinary die. This is also a sure event when we roll a die and we get 1 to 6 numbers definitely. Now let us take the simple definition that probability is prediction of a certain outcomes when something occurs. Or we have the three types of probabilities: theoretical probability, empirical probability, or subjective probability. Now the subjective probability is the personal, that is based on the feeling of or opinions of an individual. Empirical probability, that is based on experiments. And theoretical probability, that is known as also formal probability, it is based on the assumptions. Now here we have the definition for experimental probability and theoretical probability. what does it means to say that the probability of getting a sum of 7 upon rolling 2 dice is 1 by 6? This is the long range probability or theoretical probability based upon the assumption that all the possible rolls are equally likely. It is called without doing an experiment. As we know, if we want to get any number between 1 to 6 on the dice, we know that probability for all possible events is equally likely. Only one time all can appear, so it is calculated without doing an experiment. But the theoretical probability of an event should be closed to the experimental probability if the experiment is repeated a great number of times. If you roll 2 dice large number of times, in long run the proportion of times a sum of 7 came up would be approximately 1 by 6. So here we have experimental probability is repeated a great number of times. Here one law is there, law of large number. As an experiment is repeated over and over, the experimental probability of an event approaches to the theoretical probability of the event. So the greater number of trials, the more likely the experimental probability of an event will equal its theoretical probability. So here experimental and theoretical probability will be equal when experiment performs more number of times. Now let us take the formulas for the probabilities. All three probabilities, as we know that theoretical probability in, we can say probability of an event is number of times an event occurs upon total number of outcomes. What are the possible outcomes? We denote this by total number of outcomes. Now the experimental probability is also same. Probability of an event is number of times event occurs upon total number of times experiment is done. That we can say the same formula for both the probabilities. Number of times the event occurs upon total number of outcomes, or in another words, general formula for the probability we use, the probability of an event is number of favorable outcomes to the event upon total number of outcomes. As this formula we study earlier classes. Now the subjective probabilities, this is based on the experiences, opinions or intuitions. So here we have to remember that probability of an event is always, it is equals to number of favorable outcomes to the events divided by total number of outcomes.